Hello, all. I'll let people log on. Just terrible, really terrible. I went to the Massey Institute's webinars that are literally all day here, right up till 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as tomorrow and the day after. I had constitutional experts get me into this, and then of course, we see, well, what I see, I've been to many of these, and it's the first time I've been booted out. Well, I shouldn't say that. NDP booted me out too, which really goes to show just where the narrative wants to go. There was nothing I presented there that isn't backed up in absolute law. Absolutely. And they wouldn't have a function to ask questions to the audience. Not a one webinar so far that I've been in. And I'm going to tell you, when you put panels like that together, the way to do it is put the hand function, but you have questions to the experts and they go through them and answer them. When you see webinars designed without that function, you know right away it's already limited. They did, however, provide the chat function, which UK does as well too. What they don't seemingly like is when the chat goes against a narrative they may wish to present that may or may not be correct. And when you limit the audience, the public, on presenting ideas or realities that differ than what's being presented on the topic at hand, and they don't like that, and then they boot you, that's the end of democracy right there. So anyone putting on a webinar, if you can't take the other side of the equation or be open to what is absolute international law, or for the country of Canada, what is absolute law in Canada under Division of Powers, Section 91 of the federal system and of the provincial system, codified in Canada's very limited constitution. I didn't write it. I didn't create this country. And it is fun to look at municipalities, but realize, Massey Institute or anybody, you can say, get him out of here or get others out of here for having narratives that you don't wish to have presented publicly. But the reality is, that's the law. That's Canada. And whether you like it or not, whether you like how that narrative went or you felt it distracting, the reality is we are bound to these laws in Canada. We're bound to them. And internationally, we're bound to that as well, too. So when we make narratives that say, hey, everybody, let's do this or let's do that, and it's not legal or it won't ever happen, there's a problem. And understanding the limits of municipalities in the provincial division of powers is paramount. They can be angry. They can say, oh, we don't want you distracting the presenters or giving narratives to the attendees. But show me in a paper of what academics I did read. I've read at least half of them in the papers that they talked about. Excellent stuff. I would sure love to get to know them or reach out to them. I screenshotted what I could, but now I won't be allowed to continue forward. I won't be allowed to get to know Canadian experts. This has been a huge blockade in my own country of Canada, not in the United States of America, not in many, many countries around the world. It's sick. It's sad. There is a huge push to keep that UK narrative alive and keep Canada down and sequestered. And it absolutely comes from the UK. We cannot have our cities go with that narrative. It is not legal in Canada, and it's absolutely not legal worldwide. And it don't matter who you get or convince to get your municipalities to tell all Canadians a version of events that's not real. It's not going to change the fact that Canada is going to continue to go down the toilet. And municipalities are not going to run away from this. This is reality, whether you like it or not. You can say, oh, he's nobody, he's nothing, don't listen to him. But the reality is I will be coming forward with credible experts who will explain this to you. And you know what? It's too bad I won't be able to reach those important Canadian experts and some foreign that were presented and will be presented over this 3 days. Sad, sad, sad. But you know what? This is colonialism. This is a problem. It's what Brazil and Barbados are dealing with right now, writing it out of their constitutions by the greatest world experts today. And you know what? Canada can say, no, not us. We're going to continue in the broken system. We're going to rape, pillage, and plunder all Canadians and First Nations. We're never going to settle the claims, and we're going to operate municipalities in a narrative that's not legal in this world under a UN General Assembly agenda by rogue UN states. Go ahead, champion it, push it, but you're going to be the losers in the end, and it will be you who will be responsible for why Canadians rebel or the system gets worse and the autocracy grows and the revolutionary process commences. I am trying to do evolution, not revolution. Very sad indeed. And then I have people who are on the panel. For all of you followers who are still in there quietly, screenshot. Every name, you can click on that expert, let their window pop up, click it again, you'll get their name, screenshot it for me. When they do presentations on the board, screenshot. I've been doing this for years. Then I go back and I read every paper. Do this for me, friends and followers. Get into all of them. You can register on Zoom through the Massey Institute. Do it. Get it back to me. Those in control of the program are going to keep me out. I am dangerous to General Assembly narratives of rogue UN states. The UN agenda you don't want to follow. I am battling that in just truth alone. There are world credible experts, many from the USA, who will back me up. It was sad indeed. It's just as bad with UK, worse in Canada. I'm literally blocked on many Canadian experts on Twitter. Not world-renowned experts, but the Canadian ones keep blocking me. That is the broken colonial system that the powers that be in our government exercising that power don't wish to ever address. Many, unfortunately, of our experts are being paid by the Canadian system, just as the media is. I will keep the fight up, but I need your help. They flagged me, I'm out. Go in. There are many over the next 3 days. Help me, help all of you. I can eat this information. I can read all their papers. I can reach the academics and provide international papers, other credible experts, papers who've written a lot more and got into a lot more detail, or who were Canadian experts that have left Canada to the US, who are working on this now worldwide in other countries, fixing their systems. Canada is way behind the 8 ball, everybody. Do this, followers. Continue on. I'll message Mark. I don't even want to say last names now because they're likely, if I do and they see this, they'll boot them out of it too. You know who you are. Screenshot. All of it. Each presenter's rollout, and I'll reach them separately, individually. This is what I do. This is the great work I do to get it as it is, not as people would try to present to all of you. Thank you. This is my video. I hope it reaches the followers I need to go in there and get the job done. Thank you. Bye now.